No, no different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned. No, no different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned. No, no different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned.
You must unlearn what you have learned. And if you unlearn what you have learned, then there only remains truth. There only remains Tao. There only remains what is. Because the process of liberation, the process of freeing yourself, the process of enlightenment, the process of self-mastery, it is the process of peeling all the layers of the onion until there is no thing, nothing, no thing. And this is the work. The work is the work of deprogramming rather than programming. The work is the work of unlearning what you have learned rather than learning anything. How many times did I quote the Tao Te Ching? Here, I even opened the thing and it went immediately into the page. Can you believe it? To become learned, because that's how many times I opened this page and read it. That's why I always mention it in the videos, that I think just automatically now it's the page that has been opened the most. It's verse 48. To become learned, gain daily. Gain. To obtain Tao, reduce daily. Reduce and reduce again until all action is reduced to non-action. This is it, folks. This is the work. The work is the work of deprogramming. The work is the work of reducing. The work is the work of minimizing. The work is the work of unlearning what you have learned. Because once you have unlearned what you have learned, there isn't anything that you don't know. There isn't anything that you are not aware of. It's all perfect. You know it all, and all. I mean, because the programming is inside of you. Your character's storyline and plot, the movie, it's already scripted. So you know you're already programmed in a certain way. Simply unprogram and let everything else unfold. Let it all flow like a river. So there are so many programs to uninstall. There are so many things to unlearn. And one particular program that I want to discuss in this video, because it's what prompted me to make it. So we're going to discuss only one program in this video, and that is the program of rushing everything, of living as though your ass is on fire, living as though a dog is chasing you, living as though this is the only lifetime you have, living as though you're missing out on something. And that program, although prevalent worldwide, is definitely more of a Western program. Because if you observe the general populace here in Thailand, they don't seem to be in much of a rush. Although that really depends on where you are, and I have walked into this place that is basically like Costco, and it's no different than the West, and the cashiers are stressed and they're it's so fast. But the general populace here, because I mean Thailand is still 50% rural, although it's becoming more urbanized, and as a result people are getting into that let's rush things, not miss out on life, let's do things, do, consume, do, you know. So even it's changing, but still it's nice to see that at least, you know, where I am, yeah, people are sabai, just chill. In the West, almost everybody's programmed to rush. media programs you that way, your school programs you that way, your teachers program you that way. Rush, 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 rush. Must always rush. It's a good thing to be busy, isn't it? It makes you feel important, sound important. Back in the days where I used to do pickup, picking up girls, they would give you the advice to always seem busy, to always make yourself look busy and seem busy. Never tell a girl that you have nothing to do, or yeah, sure, let's hang out, without first saying, well, let me check my schedule first. Let me see, am I free? Am I available? Really, think about it. When somebody says, let me pull out my calendar, let me see, do I have time for you? Doesn't that person sound cool to you? Very important person with a lot on their plate, with a lot to do. Because you're programmed that way. You're programmed to perceive somebody that's busy as somebody with high social status, and therefore somebody to look up to. Therefore somebody important in society. You're programmed that way. It's a program. Just a program. Nothing more than a program. In here, where I am at least, if you're too busy, it's the other way around. It's like, why are you so busy? Where are you going? What's the rush? So it's the other way around. The programming is different here. It's the other program. Now, not all programs are bad. Not all programs are dysfunctional. The program of taking it easy, the Hakuna Matata, is a superior program in my opinion. Because you will see, once you begin to rest and relax, things paradoxically move faster. They move quicker. That's what's so paradoxical about the whole thing. It's a cosmic joke. It's no wonder when I drop acid, I start laughing like a maniac at everything. Because it's a paradox. You do nothing and everything comes to you. You do everything and nothing comes to you. That's the way the game works. It's the way the game is programmed. It's the way it is programmed innately, deeply. God programmed it that way. It's just the way it is. My last LSD trip, me and my friend, we hang out on a rock for 5 straight hours. And if I didn't have to get up and teach, go back home to teach classes, we would have hung on that rock probably for another 4 hours. Because we just had nothing to do. We didn't want to do anything. We were so fulfilled here. You know what's paradoxical? I made 2 friends that day. One of them even invited me to smoke weed with him. Even though I was just hanging on the rock. Because we were in such high vibes that when people came through, we would talk to them and we made friends. We were doing nothing. Just nothing. I didn't even want to move. Didn't even want to move. Like, what is there to do? I don't want to do anything. It's sunny, it's nice, it's a beautiful day. I don't want to do anything. Hakuna Matata, sabay sabay. And paradoxically, everything comes to you in that state. It's such a paradox. You got these gurus in India. I'm talking about the real folks, the realized ones, which very few of, right? They hang out in a cave, and they got more food that they can. They give away the food. They don't even want the food, but because people come in and they give them food and they give them blessings and everything, and they're just doing nothing. They're meditating. And the funny thing is, they don't even want the food. They give it away. It's a paradox. The whole thing is a paradox. The whole game is a paradox. Complete paradox. Total paradox. And so this rush program, to continuously be on the rush, because really, you're going nowhere. It's all right here and right now. It's all eternity. Your eternity. You were not born, so you're not going to die. Therefore, there is no place to go. Because the final destination for this particular incarnation, for this particular form, is death, which is just the transformation of energy. To another energy, 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 because energy, your energy is, God is energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Therefore, you're going nowhere. You're simply transforming energy. You are energy. Energy is. It can't be created nor destroyed. It just is. So you're going nowhere. You're eternal. You're eternity. You're experiencing. That's all you're doing with this transformation of energy. You're experiencing one form and another 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 form in another realm, in another realm, in another realm, in another realm. One dance after one dance, one dance after one dance. So when you look at it from the perspective of God, there is no way to go and there is nothing to do. So does that mean you just hang out in a cave and do nothing? If that's your thing. If that's your thing. If that's how the flow of the moment is. You might 20 years later get out of your cave and go and become a prophet, preach, because now that's the flow. That's the way it is. You're still doing nothing though. Whether you're hanging out in a cave or whether you're preaching, speaking and preaching, you're doing nothing. It's just it's being done. You're just like, you're there and things are happening. So there's nothing to do, although you may be sitting in a cave and not going anywhere, or going from one city to another to preach a cause. You're in the same place. You're still going nowhere and there's nothing to do. Because the actions happening are just the Tao. It's the flow of things. You're just a transmitter of the radio frequency of the channel. And so it's things happening as opposed to I'm doing things. There's no doer in it. There are just things happening. Just things flowing. You're just, there's nothing happening here in these videos. There absolutely is nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not speaking. Words are. They just are manifested. And words are energy. Everything's energy. So at this particular moment, there's just words flowing here and they're just manifesting themselves. I'm not doing anything. There's no doer here. It's particularly why I like making these videos, because I get in those states of consciousness where I'm not, like, this is not, you know, this is not important. Me making videos is not important. It's not profound at all. It's not profound. But it has to happen. There is nothing else I would be doing right now except making videos. Why? Because the flow dictates that I sit here, or that sitting happens and that words flow. That's just the way the flow, I mean, what else would I be doing right now? The flow is, the Tao is expressing itself in such a way that there's literally nothing for me to do in life right now, in this moment, other than to sit here and just be. And part of the being is the words coming out of my mouth. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm in no rush to finish this video. I'm in no rush. There's no rush. Why would I rush? It's all perfect. It's all exquisitely perfect. There's no rush here. I'm not rushing. I'm not thinking, oh, I gotta make videos. You know, it's none of that. It's just there is flow, there are words coming out, there is a camera here. Put on the camera and make videos. Let the words flow. There's no rush. There's nowhere to go. Energy merely is changing form. Energy is. There's nowhere to go, no place to be. It's all going nowhere because it's all eternity. Because it was never born and it never dies. It just is. If something was never born, it has no beginning, then it has no end. Then it's going nowhere. Because going somewhere implies that there is somewhere where you came from, that there's a beginning. But there is no beginning. And there is no end. And therefore there is nowhere to go. There's no place to be. It's all here, it's all now. Whether I'm sitting in a park or whether I'm sitting in my room, it's the same, really. Whether I'm totally in silence or whether I'm speaking, it's also the same. It's just things happening. Life is a big happening. It's just things happening. Things happening, just happening. Why would I rush any of it? Why would I rush making this video? Why would I rush I mean, most people in human society on this planet are in a rush to the graveyard. The way they live, they're rushing them. They want to go to the graveyard really quickly. They're really looking forward to it. I don't know why. They're really looking forward to it. They really want to get to the graveyard, and they're in a rush to get there because that's where this birth ends. It ends in the graveyard, and then you transform energy into a different form, and then on it goes. So then you deprogram your mind from the rush program, from the do program, from the I'm missing out program. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta be famous while I'm young. I gotta make a lot of money in my 20s and 30s. And you spend your entire life just running after that money in your 20s and 30s because you're in a rush. You gotta get somewhere. Then you get the money and then you get a midlife crisis. Because you realize that's not it. That's not it. You don't want to miss out on your youth. So you go out and you do this and you do that and you chase this and you chase that and you travel here and you travel there and boom, 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 boom. And then you realize you go nowhere. Let me read you the lyrics from this beautiful song by DJ Tiesto. I'm glad I have the means here, other pieces of technology, because I usually shoot with my videos. But let's read. It's called Just Be. Beautiful song. DJ Tiesto lyrics. There we go. Okay, so you can travel the world, but you can't run away from the person you are in your heart. You can be who you want to be. Make us believe in you. Keep all your light in the dark. If you're searching for truth, you must look in the mirror and make sense of what you can see. Make sense of what you can see. Just be, just be. So it's like in the beginning, you can travel the world, but you can't run away from the person you are in your heart. You can't. You can travel everywhere. You can go change where you are. And it's still you. Because you never go anywhere. You're here. You're never going anywhere. And so when you realize that, then you start to loosen up your attitude and you start to be like, oh, there's no rush. Sit down and eat your meal. What's the rush? What's the rush? No rush. It's all beautiful. It's all perfect. How can you appreciate if you're in a rush? Can you appreciate a flower if you're in a rush? No. That's not going to be on your radar. Because you got to go and make money. You got to go and be famous. You got no time to appreciate a flower. You got no time to appreciate the sun. You got no time to sit down and have a conversation with a friend or a stranger. So the whole society is programmed. It's designed to program you to keep you as a rat on a wheel. Going around, going around, going around. And that's why most human beings, especially in the West, are unsatisfied. Because there's no time to appreciate, simply. Because life is in many ways, creation in many ways because creation is Leela, it's the play of the divine. So it is designed, creation is playful and it's divine. So it is actually, the purpose of it is play. So it is play and appreciation. Because you want to, pure awareness can't be aware of anything, cannot be aware because it's pure awareness. So it comes up with creation to be aware of itself and appreciate itself. So when you appreciate a flower, you appreciate how beautiful you are, because that's a manifestation of you. When you appreciate the sun, same thing. But there's no time to appreciate if you're running on the program of rush, rush, and go, 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 go. So like Yoda says, you must unlearn what you have learned. Reduce and reduce and reduce, because the more you reduce, the less expenses you have, the less you have to work, and therefore the more you have time to slow down and appreciate. Something I have plenty of these days. Thank God for that. Just appreciate. Be here. No rush. No rush. thank you to all the Patreons for their continued support. Love you guys and really, really appreciate. I want to take the time, because there's no rush to finish this video. I want to take the time to appreciate every single one of you guys. There's about 25 of you right now as I'm making this video who are supporting on this channel, and some of you have been supporting for quite some time now. So I am eternally grateful for you guys. And if something you're interested in is to support also, you like these videos, they help you out in life, and you have a couple of bucks a month to throw my way, you could do so on Patreon. If we have enough funds at some point, I am already looking into the possibility of hosting retreats, and I want them to be affordable for everyone. So the more funds we have, the more things we could do as a community. And if you just want to make a one-time donation via PayPal, there is a link down below in the comments for that as well. All the love to you guys, and until next time, may the force be with you.